Greetings Midcoast Ukers, Jeff Weinberger coming at you here with a new ukulele tutorial. Today I'd like to talk about a fairly easy tune called 4 Strong Winds. We've done it before. It's a song that we had in our repertoire. We tried it out a long time ago, and I'd like to revisit it. It's good for people that are just getting into ukulele, have been playing for a while, but are still looking to gain some confidence with chord changes and just get basic chords and basic strums together. So let's take a quick look at it. There's a couple of things for people that want fancier ukulele too. So here we go. We're in the key of C. Neil Young performed this in C. Song was written by Ian and Sylvia, late 50s folk group, and they made it pretty popular. And Ian and Sylvia, coincidentally, they were kind of parodied a little bit. There was this movie called A Mighty Wind. It was a kind of a mockumentary about folk music, about a reunion of these old late 50s, early 60s folk groups getting together. So I highly suggest you look for that. I will put a link down below so you can see it on Netflix or Amazon or something like that. But I highly recommend it. Great movie called A Mighty Wind. So Ian and Sylvia wrote it. Neil Young did a great cover of it, and lots of other people have covered this song too. Let's get right into it. Key of C. So we're starting with a C chord. Our second chord in the tune is a D minor. Then we have G or G7. This is optional. I kind of prefer G7 myself. But G sounds pretty good. So there's just a slight difference there. That's up to you. And then let's see. F. There is actually an F chord in this tune too. So those are the only chords you need. You need C, D minor, you need G/G7, whichever you choose, and then you do need F. So this stays pretty close to the diatonic chords in the key of C, which I have other videos on that subject. I won't belabor the point now, but I highly suggest that you learn what that means, what it means for chords to be in a particular key, and what the word diatonic means, and what the diatonic chords of the key of C are. When you take private lessons with me, you all well know that do study with me, that I kind of make each and every student learn that stuff. We talk about the chords in the key of C, and I want everyone to be fluent at those 7 chords, to be able to run up and back in time, the 7 chords in the key of C. Then we do the key of G and the key of D, and we really get our chords together that way. So anyway, that will be something that we can get into later, but for 4 Strong Winds, it stays exactly in the key of C. There isn't a single note or chord out of place that is outside of the key of C. As far as strums go, there isn't a whole lot to talk about. It's the calypso strum. It's also, you can think of the calypso strum as the folk strum if you want, but that's essentially what it is. So if we did this, down, down, up, up, down, up, that'll take us through the song. Simpler strum, if the calypso down, down, up, is a little tricky for you at this point in your ukulele development, well, you could break it down to just like down, down, up, down, down, up. That would be a solid folk strum. Perfectly respectable. And if all else fails, you could default to 4 strums per chord. It's a little boring, but it would get you through if you had to. If that's where you are, that's okay. That's a great way to start, and then from there you can develop more sophisticated rhythms and start to introduce eighth notes and up strums and syncopations and all that fancy stuff. But for now, 4 down strums per chord would work just fine. Alright, so that's practically all there is to talk about. This is going to be a quick video because this is a easy folk song, but I did want to go over the lick, the thing that for more slightly advanced players you might want to get into. There are it's a harmonized lick. So some people play it like this. They play the higher voice, which would be the 2nd fret on your A string, the 3rd fret on your A string. This is all on the A string, by the way. And then the 5th fret on the A string. Return to the 3rd, and then go back to the 2nd. These are the notes B, C, and D. Oh, and it drops down to A, open too, sorry. And then the harmony to that is your open E string, the 1st fret of your E string, the 3rd fret of your E string, E, F, G, those notes were, and then you go back to the 1st fret, open E, and you land on D, the 2nd fret of your C string, like this. So that's the lower harmony of the lick, and the higher harmony is... It's the one I prefer to play. It's easier for me to grab that while I'm playing my G or G7 chord, so that's the one I choose to do. Put them together and you get this. So that's kind of cool. Almost sounds like Daniel. Elton John's song, Daniel. But I digress. Let's get into a verse and a chorus. Let's learn how to play one time around of this song. So the lyrics for the verse are, I think I'll go out to Alberta. Weather's good here in the fall. I got some friends that I could go working for. And the lick, dun, dun, dun. Still I wish you'd change your mind if I asked you one more time. But we've been through this 100 times or more. The lick, da da da, and the chorus. 4 strong winds that blow lonely, 7 seas that run high. All these things that can't change, come what may. The lick, da 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 da. If the good times are all gone, and I'm bound for moving on, I'll look for you if I'm ever back this way. Lick, da 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 da, and there you have it. It's a pretty easy song. Let's do one round of it together. A verse and a chorus. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. I think I'll go out to Alberta. Weather's good there in the fall. I got some friends I could go working for. Still I wish you'd change your mind if I asked you one more time. But we've been through that 100 times or more. Chorus. 4 strong winds that blow lonely, 7 seas that run high. All these things that don't change, come what may. If the good times are all gone, and I'm bound for moving on, I'll look for you if I ever back this way. And there you have it. So Neil Young does it in C, but there's so many other possibilities. If you're into transposition, if you know how to take things from one key to another, this would be a very nice exercise for you to put maybe in the key of F, or the key of G, or whatever key you are comfortable singing in. All right, Midcoast Ukers, that's it for this particular installment of our tutorial series. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if there's any questions. Let me know if you need a finger picking pattern for it. We could always get into that later. It's always a fun thing. And There is the song sheet up on midcoastukes.org, excuse me, and that'll be there. All those recordings that John links to, you can watch and listen to the song right from the midcoastukes.org website. And that's about it. So I will talk to you later. Bye-bye, people.